Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wtracks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are live with Wtracks. Very special guest tonight. She is beautiful, but at the same time, she's not afraid to get in that ring and whoop your nerves. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Allie Parker.
Hi there. How are ya?
I'm all right, man. I heard great stuff about you. You like in the indie scene, and you're like the Brock Lesnar of the indie scene. I heard.
I don't know about that, but thank you for that compliment.
Yes, indeed. So, I want to ask you, I saw your interview with Vince Russo. It's awesome. I can't promise I can't measure up to that, but I'll try my best here. When did you first start? When did you first think, okay, I want to do this the rest of my life. This is what I wanted to do.
Well, I really, I don't know. I never really actually said to myself I wanted to be a pro wrestler. Yeah. I grew up watching pro wrestling. As a kid, we were a very Christian family, and we were not able to watch anything but pro wrestling. So it was like, that was the only bad thing that was.
That's a great theme. I know a couple of wrestlers who had to be Christians, and that's awesome.
Yeah. So I grew up loving it, and then as I got older, I kind of phased out of it. And then later on in my life, I met a guy who was super into wrestling, and I got back into it because I was seeing him. And then he wanted to start training, and I was just being a supportive girlfriend at the time, and I would go to his training. The first day, the promoter said, "Hey, we need women if you want to get in," And I thought, no, this is his thing. I don't want to get involved in when this is his full gig. And plus, I was really into working out and just fitness at the time, so this wasn't, something I needed to do. And the promoter asked me every single day and just wouldn't let up, and basically said it was a good workout, and I didn't have to do anything more except for the workout. And as soon as I got in the ring, the very first day, I was obsessed with it. I loved how you could be creative, you could be, you could just be a whole other person, and it was a really good outlet for me. It was a good workout. It is a good workout, and it's just different. It's something completely different from what I had done, and I like it a lot.
Your dad, in the interview, you said your dad's a worship leader, right?
Yes.
The coolest thing in this business is to be a Christian, and a lot of people don't like. Well, to be honest with you, the wrestling business, nothing godly about the wrestling business at all. But it's cool to have believers in the business. You got people like Shawn Michaels, reborn Christian. How you doing, brother? People like Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, and the different backgrounds of the thing. And the most weirdest storyline ever. It was awkward for me. Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, Shawn Michaels, and the Almighty himself. That's kind of awkward. But back to you though. When did you did you and your man ever have work together?
I'm sorry, what was the question? I couldn't understand it.
Did you and your boyfriend at the time ever work together in the business?
Oh, he actually never had a pro wrestling match. He only did, he refereed a bit, and then we broke up right away, as soon as we started training. So he ended up getting married and all of these things. So no, we never, he refed a couple of my matches later on, but no.
Now your matches, was he impartial, or was this is my girlfriend, so I got to have a little leeway?
No, we weren't even together. I was only with him for about a month after we started training after that, just because things weren't going well for us anyway at the time, so.
Yes, I'll say, in the wrestling business, either you're dating, married, it can be a little sticky in the business. If you were to compete in any company, who would you work for?
If I could work with any company?
Any company.
Right now, I don't think I'm at the level of TNA or WWE, so I like to think on my level. I would like to work with Shine. I like Shine. I like with the storylines they do. I like the girls they use. So I think Shine would be my goal right now. And women of wrestling, WoW.
Oh, man.
WoW.
Last time I watched Remember the Wrestling was 2002. Last time I watched it.
Yeah, I remember the basketball lady. I can't remember what Slam Dunk was her name. It was my favorite. She was just awesome. I like characters, so WoW is my favorite because it's just all character and it's fun.
Yes, indeed, man. You know, like, what's your outlook on the women's wrestling today?
It's so different. It's a lot of women are more athletic, so they're getting more athletes rather than just the bra and panty, which I kind of also on the flip side of that, I don't knock the bra and panty mode like some of the girls are doing because that's what I liked when I was growing up.
Come on now, preach.
The thing is, it's realistic. If you're getting in a fight with somebody in real life with a girl, you're not going to come geared up with knee pads and stuff. You know, it's a brawl, and I thought, there's a bra and panty wrestler, and then there's an athlete, athletic wrestler. It is what it is. I don't think we need to knock one or the other. I think you can have both, and that's that. I consider myself more of I'd probably say not as athletic, just more of an entertainment character and bra and panty wrestler. If you have to put it that way, I don't mind because it's entertainment and athletic.
Unfortunately for me, Vince McMahon had the brilliant idea of going PG. So, unfortunately, the overall pain matches were kind of stupid. I like that, Vince. Come on now, forget the kids. Because back in the day, you had everything for everybody. You had a little something for the ladies, a little something for the. Hey, Grandpa, you got something for you too. Grandma, got something for you too. Then they decided, you know what? Let's be more family friendly. This ain't the circus.
Right.
That kind of sucks there. But you're venturing out. Like, what was your last good match you had as of late?
Last good match I had?
Right, yeah.
I have to say, in Arizona, I'm here in Arizona right now, so I had a good match with Holly Dead. She's from Southern California. I really like her. She's doing a lot with Thunder Rosa. Her and I had a good match, and probably previous to that, my last favorite match, one of my most memorable matches I've had was with Shelly Martinez in Alaska. We just had such a good time and got out there and had fun, and I think her and I see things a little bit more on the same level of pro wrestling, that it's fun and charactery and you put on a show, and it's not about making yourself look better than others and things like that. So her and I had fun together on that one, and then but as of late, I really liked working with Holly Dead.
Yes, indeed, man. We'll do this one question. We'll take a break. We'll take a question from our fans. Do we have any listeners here? If you can, how long do you think you can last in an our person? I would say man, but our person match in a Divas match?
I think my cardio is for that yet, but I could probably easily, I think I do 30-minute matches a lot, so I think I could probably make it. I could probably make it happen. Probably not as great as Bailey and Sasha Banks, but
you'll try, huh?
I can make it happen.
Yes, indeed. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. The awesome Allie Parker's in the house. We'll be right back in just a second. I'll go anywhere.
Mr. Clean gets tough on dirt and grime and grease in just a minute. Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and every room that's in it. Floors, doors, walls, halls, seats from trucks, he cleans them all. Grimy tubs and tiles will do, so your bathroom looks clean as new. Mr. Clean gets tough on stuck in kitchens in a minute. Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and every room that's in it. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Allie Parker's in the house. Hey, Allie, got some questions for you here. And one of the questions, if I can get to it, hang on a second. There it is. It says, as I asked earlier, to kind of repeat the question, if you could wrestle anywhere, here it is. If you can face 4 women in the wrestling industry, who would it be?
If I could what?
If you can wrestle 4 women in the wrestling business, who would it be?
4 women.
Including dream matches.
Dream matches. I like Lita. I want to wrestle Lita. She's so cool. Gosh, I kind of old school. Maybe like Sensational Sherry might be fun.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, she was so crazy, and yeah, I don't remember a lot of her wrestling, so I would like to see that. Let's think more current. Some of the girls on the indie scene, I haven't gotten to wrestle Santana Garrett. I talked with her. Actually, let's see. I've never actually wrestled my friend Barbie Hayden in a live match. We've done a lot of custom wrestling, but never in a live match. So I'd like to work with, those babes.
All right, cool. Check this out. The question here: I'm planning to wrestle at the Dudley schools, the schools from the Dudley boys. Is it a good idea to date a fellow wrestler after hearing about Paige and Alberto Del Rio?
My experience with dating wrestlers has been so bad. So I would say no. There's too much. Just don't suggest it. I say that myself, but then when you're working with these people close in hand, and for someone like me who's so busy, you don't really have time to go out and meet anybody. These are the only kind of guys. These are the only guys I'm meeting, so it tends to kind of just work out that way. But after my last relationship, I haven't even really. It's been a year and a half, and I'm still single. So.
I'm saying this. Actually, I'm asking this question here. I'll say this for me. I'm asking another question. So you would keep your next man far away from the business, probably.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
So you would keep your next boyfriend far away from the wrestling business.
I'm open-minded, but I think it would be better. But then again, wrestlers understand what you're going through, so it's hard to say. Like maybe in wrestling, but not a wrestler, because wrestlers tend to have these egos and it's competition, and it's not just a competition with the guys, it's a competition with me, how many bookings I'm getting and how many they're getting, and it's ridiculous. So if I find a wrestler that I would like, maybe somebody that's supportive and wants to see me succeed instead of hold me back more.
Yes, indeed. We have here Lisa Jenkins. Will you ever go to the Center in Florida?
No. I had a kidney. I donated my kidney a year ago, and my body is not okay to do pretty much anything. That's why I slowed down on live shows. It's a little too dangerous for me. So when I do shows, it's a little lighter. It's not as dangerous as some of the matches that you see now for women. So where the direction that women's wrestling is going, I really can't perform the way they want. Even if I was to train, it's just not healthy for my body. Only having one kidney, it's a little bit more dangerous than others.
Wow. So I'm going to talk about the kidneys in a second. So, the Hall of Famer Roddy Piper, he wrestled one kidney.
Say that again?
The Hall of Famer Roddy Piper, God bless him, he wrestled one kidney.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, it's interesting.
You can do that, but it's also, I'm working on like the indies where there's a lot of newer people, so there's a lot of risk. Roddy Piper, I'm sure he probably was just fine, but for me, I would rather take the steps to prolong my life than put myself in a spot where it might not be okay.
Oh, of course, man. You got to keep your health. I have a friend, John May, wants to say what's up. He has something coming up right now, but he would like to say he's your big fan. And if you can, whenever you could, give him a shout out. John May. John May. He's a big fan of yours. He said whenever you have the time, give him a shout out.
Hi there.
There you go, Johnny. Now, did you ever have any people you don't like in the business? You want to just, if you could, to go upside their head one time with a clothesline, just go knock their head clean off?
There are people I don't enjoy, but I'm definitely not going to say it. You know what? I just something else that I don't like. I think I'm not on the same page with them.
Yeah.
And I'm not one like I suck and I'm a princess and this and that, but, you know, I'm not like them. I'm not going to bash them and talk bad about them. To me, you suck, so I don't really care. But I'm not going to go around saying that because I'm not pathetic like that, so I don't really care. No, I'm not going to say that anybody's names. I don't like that kind of game, but obviously anytime you do something, there are people that are nasty and they want to say rude things, but that's their own insecurities, so I don't really care.
Have you or will you ever go for a championship?
Have I ever what?
Have you ever or will you ever go for a championship?
Well, this is not pro wrestling, but it was in the lingerie fighting. I just had I just was in the main event for the belt for the LFC. And I've gone against people for belts, but I've never won. I've never actually held a title or a belt or anything. So it's quite disappointing because, you know, I'm coming towards the end of whatever I call this wrestling career, and I still have no titles under my belt.
So who would you like to end this chapter with? Like you say you come to an end, who would you like to close down this chapter with?
I don't even know. Probably just one of my friends. You know, I'd say Barbie or Kelly Klein or someone that's a good friend, just because it would be a fun thing. It wouldn't be stressful and ridiculous, and I know they wouldn't try to hurt me. You know, because that's a thing sometimes.
Oh yeah. In this business, anything happens. For example, not long ago, right in that very in the good old WWF at the time, the incident with the Owen Hart. God forbid anything that happens like that to anybody. But people will say, I will agree to the fact wrestling is scripted. I will agree, but I can guarantee you this: everything can happen in that ring.
I mean, I've had my tooth chipped twice. Within the same ring. I mean, I've been knocked out many times in the middle of matches. Like, it happens all the time. And yeah.
What would you like? What's your favorite match to have, or that you want to have, ever?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. I did have a bull rope match once. One of my first year wrestling, I had a bull rope match. That was quite interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I still haven't maybe an official bronze Annie match. I've never had that. I think that would be an ode to the Attitude Era, and I think that would be fun.
Yeah, it is. Man, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm sorry, ladies. I don't mean to be that kind of dude. I'm sorry. I'm a wrestler fan first. I love broad panties matches. I said it. That's right. I love them.
Yeah.
And especially certain people that have it. For example, you got the lovely Stacey Keebler, Trish Stratus. I could go on and on, but the list goes. I can't even name people that have great broad panties matches. Lita, Trish Stratus, Stacey Keebler, just name a few.
Yeah, Trish Stratus and Lita are women that are getting noticed for being such great women wrestlers, and there's also the other side where they're talking bad about women who do panty wrestling. Yet these are the women who pioneered this next rush of great women wrestling. You know, so it's kind of ironic and a little bit hypocritical, I would say, to say that someone doesn't like bra and panty wrestling, but they like real women wrestling. Yeah.
Speaking of that, we're gonna talk to you about. I'll talk to you. We got so much to talk about here, and some promotional stuff. We'll be right back on Wtracks. Don't go anywhere. Hang on a second. There you go.
My name is Scott McGrath. The day before my 8th birthday, I fell in a pile of fire ants and suffered significant wounds on over 70% of my body. Since that day, I have made a solemn vow to kill every insect on planet Earth. I hate them with the passion of a religious zealot. Speaking of religion, of all the biblical plagues, I hate the locust plague the most. For the last 12 years, my white-hot rage has materialized in the form of my business, McGrath Pest Control. I have harnessed this unforgivable intolerance of insects and released the wrath of my fury on bugs in and around the homes of Houston. I will kill those bugs in any way that I can. Chemicals, my boot, my bare fist, or any other object that can end the life of an insect. Call 281-469-8240 and give me the honor of killing bugs at your house. I also hate rats and spiders. Go to McGrathPestControl.com.
Yeah, you might want to take it that pest control thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Allie Parker is back, and we're going to talk just a little bit about good old WWE for just a second. I have some stuff for you, so much more. You remember No Mercy?
I'm sorry?
Remember No Mercy pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Well, it is back. What would be your favorite match this year at No Mercy?
Was it the last one no, that's Backlash, right?
The last No Mercy was 2008. Backlash returned last Sunday.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember the matches. I'm sorry.
It's all good. But back the class, we'll talk about the versus in a second. But as far as Raw goes, the good old Raw brand, Clash of Champions is live. Last time you heard Clash of Champions was 1997, almost 20 years. And Clash of Champions returned, this time owned by WWE. The Universal Champion Kevin Owens will defend his title versus Seth Rollins. We got the Women's Championship match, Charlotte, Sasha Banks. Hold on, Sasha, just a second. We got Rusev probably versus Roman Reigns and so much more. Clash of Champions, September 25th, live on pay-per-view. All right, Sasha Banks, your opinion of her?
Sasha Banks, she's cool. I like her. She's a good wrestler. Fun to watch. Very entertaining.
How do you really feel? How do you really, really, really feel?
That's how I really feel.
I thought you had like a little inward beef with you ever had an inward beef with somebody that you really want to tell them how you feel about them, but you really can't say those certain words, but you really want to say something?
The only thing I have to say is I don't really like the speech that she gave about the women's wrestling thing, but I also think, whatever. I don't care.
Ouch.
It's not a big deal. I like her, and what she said was, that's just how it is. When you're an athletic girl, you look down on the other girls for doing something that's not as good as what they're doing, they think. So, whatever, do your own thing. And the thing is, people just worry too much about what other people are doing. You don't have to knock somebody for doing something if you don't agree with it, So, whatever.
Wow. What was your? Let's talk numbers. I gotta know. Are you or are you not a John Cena fan?
I missed the last. I missed the question. Am I what?
Are you a John Cena fan?
Yeah, I like John Cena.
Oh Lord.
I look at it from a standpoint of what he does for the company and how he makes kids feel. My character is always kid-friendly, too, so I kind of feel like on the same page. Like, nobody ever books me as a bad guy. I'm not a bad guy, and it's just too hard when you're a smiley-face person to be a bad guy. And kids just love you no matter what, so I see, and he's really become such a much better wrestler, and I feel like people just give him such a hard time all the time.
Oh, yeah. Because the reason why I give him a hard time is because people don't know I'm not a big John Cena fan. But back in the day, when he turned face and he stayed that way for so many years, I look at it as he's just a butt kisser, man. Like, the reason why he's on the top, with all respect to his accolades, accomplishments is awesome. He just kisses Mr. Man's butt for so long, he had for breakfast. I said it. John Cena is a great athlete. He's a 15-time trying to go for that 16th. Not going to happen, brother. A 15-time champion. If he would just take his nose out of Mr. Man's butt, he'll be all right.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see how you think that.
And by the way, John Cena's operate. The only is if John Cena wins at No Mercy, he will be the only guy, the second person rather, to be the 16-time heavyweight champion. The last person to be 16-time champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. What was your opinion of the Nature Boy?
Ric Flair?
Yeah.
When I was growing up, he was involved in the scandal. And I don't know. Yeah, he's entertaining. He's fun. He's fun to watch.
Like, did you ever have a crush on Ric Flair growing up?
I'm sorry?
Did you ever have a crush on Ric Flair growing up?
No, not at all.
You know you had a crush on Ric Flair.
No.
Yeah, it was a d, man. And then you got my boy AJ Styles, the phenomenal, by the way, the WWE heavyweight champion of the world. And he would defend that title versus Dean Ambrose and John Cena. I can guarantee you this, Alex. I can assure you, AJ Styles walks out the WWE champion. Question is, can he last on top of the mountain?
The question is what?
Can he last? Or can he be on the mountain for that long? From now until probably Survivor Series of next year.
I don't know. I honestly haven't been watching WWE lately. I've been quite busy.
Yeah, I feel you. Have you ever traveled outside the states? You ever been worldwide?
Have you ever been to where?
You ever been anywhere like outside the United States? You ever travel like worldwide anywhere?
Yes, I've been to Amsterdam and England.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome, man. So, if you ever had to wrestle your friend, and one of you gets a championship opportunity, would you not take that chance and stab your friend in the back for just a second, go for a championship? Because I would.
Probably would take the chance.
Exactly, man. It's smart. You see what people. I know this is a long way from now, but the Royal Rumble of next year. That's the opportunity of a lifetime. I know it's a year from now, but it's the opportunity of a lifetime. I would take my best friend, go over the top rope, betray him for just a second. We'll make over a cold beer later. But this championship matches don't come around that often. You got to grab it, do what you got to do, have some business, and you'll be the world champion, whatever championship you have. And that's the point. AJ Styles is on the mountain alone. Forget your friends for a second. Be the man. Be the woman. Whatever you're going to be the champion around here. So, Allie, if you ever had a championship match, would you be willing to use weapons?
Wouldn't I be willing to use what?
Weapons. Chairs, tables, whatever, to win the match.
Probably not. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? Interesting. So you're saying you win that match on your own, no weapons, no outside help, on your own?
Yeah, of course.
We'll put that to the test. I like to see that, man. Hey, when's your next match or next event coming up, if you have any?
I'm actually, I'm just not wrestling for the next month. I'm going to be in Europe with the LFC, doing some MMA fighting. And then I'm going to be at WrestleCade in November.
That's cool. It's my birthday month, too. That'd be awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions for Allie, you can call us in anytime in this broadcast here at 347-850-1368. 347-850-1368. We'll pass you through. You know, will you ever sign to a contract if you have the opportunity?
A contract with who?
With anyone. Like, full-time contract.
It depends on who it is and what the contract meant. I mean, it depends because a lot, like, just with, like, Lucha Underground alone, like, there's certain rules and regulations with certain contracts, so I couldn't say unless I saw it.
Oh yeah, you
I'm in
need
a
good lawyer.
contract right now with the LSC, so yeah, I'm in the contract now.
Is the money good or is it okay?
Yes, definitely.
That's what you gotta do, make money. Money championships, go for it. Now, you showed Vince Russo you gave a kidney to your brother. What was the process leading up to that like?
So he had a ton of like appointments that basically just said they wanted to get somebody who's in the same age band, which happened to be me. We tested, and that's it. They basically said I was a match, and I was able to donate it. They scheduled a date, and from there, we just went in and did the surgery, and it was a little bit of a time to recover from that, but since then, I've been good.
Cool. So you know surgery, they take your kidney out, your kidney in him. How does that, how does that the process after that feel? Recover. How does that feel? Recovery time.
I really couldn't walk very well because I actually was I had an open wound for like 2.5 months.
Wow.
So it was quite disgusting. But yeah, right when I came back, I ended up doing an MMA fight and then wrestling. So I came back pretty strong.
Wow, that's amazing. Have you ever had would you ever compete in the female division of the UFC?
What do I think of the female division of the UFC?
What do you think, and would you ever compete in it?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. Maybe.
And what's your opinion of the UFC, the women's division?
I've been watching it since I was a young kid. I watched it from the beginning. I have the Fight Pass. I watch it all the time.
Wow, that's cool, man. So you're a little girl. You're watching the WWF at the time. Were there any wrestlers that kind of just ticked you off a little bit?
Are these the what?
Were there any wrestlers back in the old WWF that kind of just ticked you off a little bit?
I still can't hear properly.
Yeah, technical problems here. Give me now. Hang on, Jim. We got technical issues. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, cool. Back in the old WWF, do you have any wrestlers that kind of just ticked you off just a little bit?
It ticked me off, made me upset?
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't know. I mean, I like the characters for what they are. No characters really made me mad, I would say. I mean, no.
Interesting. Now let's go across the street to the old school, the great kind of sort of WCW. How do you feel about WCW at the time?
I actually never watched WCW. I still haven't really watched a full show of WCW.
You never watched WCW?
No.
Nitro, Thunder, none of that stuff?
Nothing. My stepdad only watched WWE, so that's what we grew up with, and I just never got around to watching it as an adult.
Tell me you have the network.
Yes.
Okay. When you get the chance, just go to the network, watch any and every WCW stuff. It'll blow your mind, man. It's awesome. And guess how much it is?
What's that?
Guess how much the network is?
I'm going to assume it's still $9.99?
You're dang right. $9.99 a month. Check it out. You can subscribe anytime you want, and it is free. Well, your first month is free. Subscribe for $9.99 a month. Check that out. And I believe our next pay-per-view coming up after Clash of Champions is No Mercy. So far, we have AJ Styles, John Cena, Dean Ambrose for the WWE World Championship. Becky Lynch and taking on Alexa Bliss. How do you feel about the younger version, the new version coming in from the Divas, right? The new version of Divas, right, on Raw SmackDown. How do you feel about them?
The new version of like the show or
like the new crop of Divas coming in.
honestly haven't been watching very much. I like Becky Lynch a lot. She's actually my favorite right now. Bailey is a really great. Obviously, she's super great.
Mm-hmm.
So I like her, but I don't really know about the other girls. I really haven't seen much of them.
Interesting. Well, that's gonna be cool. Hey, if you ever do sign for World Entertainment, that'd be cool. They'll probably put you in the NXT division, and NXT is. You ever seen NXT?
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know this, but so I watched Breakout. It's actually technically like a school. They have actual classes and stuff. And it's pretty cool to see how they start coming up, promos and stuff. Are you good at cutting promos?
Probably not. I don't know. I've done a lot of stuff, but I've actually never really cut promos live.
Wow.
No.
Interesting.
I don't really give women a lot of time.
That's a messed up. They should.
Yeah.
You should work for. You should be in the company. Hand you the microphone. Go for it, man. Say what you want to say. We'll take the blame. We'll pay for it. Say what you want to say. You want to cuss somebody? Go for it. That's what should be like in the wrestling business worldwide. Women should be up there just with the men, like right along to the men. As great as the men are, women should be just like that.
I agree.
And back in the day, a woman in the wrestling business, wrestling men was unheard of until a certain woman by the name of Joan Laurie, we call the ninth wonder of the world, Chyna. Remember Chyna? How cool she was and everything?
Yeah, I loved her.
One of my favorite. What was your favorite Chyna match with anybody?
I have no idea. I have a really bad memory, so I can't say like I remember. I just remember a lot of DX stuff with her, and I like that. She was funny.
She was. My problem with her with DX, she never cracked a smile. Never. As funny as DX was, she never smiled for none of it. That's a little bit weird. I would like to see her at least crack a little chuckle. But my favorite matches of all time with Chyna, Chris Jericho. That's right, Chris Jericho, ladies and gentlemen, for the Intercontinental Championship. Chyna's the first and only woman to hold the Intercontinental title, and that is epic. Hey, Allie, if you had the opportunity to wrestle a man, would you take it?
I wrestle men all the time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Not a lot of women on the indie scene, so there's not always enough to wrestle in matches, so you have to wrestle guys all the time.
So how would that work? Because men, you can't do like wrestle a woman like you can with a man. How does that work? Because I know you're not going to just lay down 1, 2, 3 and lose the match by laying down. You're not going to do that. So how does that work wrestling the man?
You just have to be faster. Usually they're bigger than you, so you just have to be faster and smarter, and that's really what it comes down to.
I don't know. Any woman in her right mind is going to just lay down and let the man cover her. Not going to happen. Not in this lifetime. Probably back in the day, not today. But the wrestling business, we rarely see nowadays men wrestle women.
I agree, yeah.
That's messed up. We got plenty of time here. I'll take another break. We'll come back. We'll talk more a little bit. We'll let you know Allie just a little bit more. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, on Wtracks. If I get the scene to work here, we'll be right back. That's our last break. We'll come back. Allie will tell all about her story. Unscripted, uncut, uncensored, all Allie. We'll be right back. Here we go. The scene to work here. I don't know about you. If you use your phone like I do a lot, there's nothing worse than having a cracked phone, man. I want to get that fixed. Well, you take a ride to Cell Phone Repair Center at 1609 West Buckingham Road, Garland, Texas, 75042. You can get that phone fixed for a low cost. That's 75042. The number to call, 972-931-8600. Hours are Monday through Saturday, varying from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and also 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's your phone fixed and enjoy a crack-free phone. Back to the show with Lee Houston. Allie Parker joins us live. Allie, tell us all about yourself. Go for it.
Okay, but sadly, I'm going to have to cut it off because it's getting a little late for me, and I do have things that I've got to get done.
Yes, ma'am. I'll see you.
I am so sorry. Thank you so much for having me on, though. I appreciate it.
Anytime, come on back. Anytime you feel like it. Allie Parker has to go. Fortunately, thank you for you. You can check this out. Meet after this broadcast. Listen to it again. I'm Lee Houston. Allie Parker. See you next time, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you very much.